A few months ago, my sister, my nephew, and I were driving home after a family birthday, and that's when everything changed. A young driver ran a stop sign and slammed into my car. The impact totaled the car I'd been living in for months. Since then, it's felt like life has been on pause as I've been recovering and figuring out my next steps. My sister and I and my 8-year-old nephew, we all suffered concussions and whiplash. And I've been spending the last couple months recuperating from that and dealing with insurance and trying to figure out what is my next move. As I've been here in Toronto, I've been thinking a lot about why I started this journey in the first place. I knew I needed to give it a shot, to step away from routines that weren't inspiring me and see what life could feel like living on the road. So I packed up the car with everything I thought I'd need and hit the road for 90 days. My car became my shelter, my workspace, and my way of pushing myself beyond my comfort zone. Earlier this year, I was working in the music industry and I was starting to get really burnt out and feeling like I was really just unfulfilled. I decided I wanted to make a big change and I wanted to live a more simplistic, fulfilling life. It was so good to see friends and family again after being on the road for so long. But even with that comfort, I didn't expect how quickly old patterns would resurface. After months of feeling like I was making progress, it was tough to feel stuck again. But being here reminded me that setbacks aren't failures. They're part of the process of figuring out how to move forward. And when I got to Toronto, I felt pretty run down from life on the road, and I started seeing family and staying with friends and my sister here. And honestly, I regressed a lot in the progress I thought I'd made. You know, when I was living on the road, I was sleeping on a good schedule. I was cooking for myself a lot. I'd lost a bunch of weight. And when I got here, I sort of fell back into old patterns. I was staying in my friend's basement. And I guess I had just spent so much time by myself on the road. I was really trying to reconnect with friends and family. And I got kind of used to my old life of being sort of sedentary and indoors a lot. And things started to slip. And I was starting to pull myself out of it, actually. And I thought, you know what, I really need to get back on the road. And that was right around when the accident happened. While I recover, I'll be releasing the Lost Episodes, a series of vlogs I recorded during my 90 days on the road. They capture the highs, the lows, and the lessons I've learned along the way. These episodes will also catch you up on where I've been and what I've been navigating since the accident. The accident has been really devastating for me. I invested so much into that car and into this lifestyle already. So I'm going to be releasing these lost episodes over the next month or so while I recover and while I figure out what my next move is, because the reality is I'm here in Toronto with no vehicle. I have all my stuff. You know, I really had everything in that car. And after I release these lost episodes, I'm going to have a much clearer idea of what the next steps are for me. And I'm not going to give up. I want to keep exploring this lifestyle. So I'm focused now on finding a new vehicle. I'm really excited to show you guys what's all changed after these lost episodes comes out and where I'll be at by that time. If you've been watching my videos, thank you so much for your support up until now. And I really appreciate you guys sticking around even though I haven't posted in a few months. Thank you again so much for your support. And until my next video, stay hyper, stay driven.